So I'm in Munich. I'm actually in Dachau. I got into Munich late last night. I think today's date is August 28th. So I just got to the concentration camp memorial. So apologize once again. That's going to be backwards for you guys. I'll flip it around so you can see it. So I just got here. It was fairly easy. Let me go into the shelter real quick. It was fairly easy. I just used, being that I'm on a Eurail, they didn't even check tickets. My hotel's about a 10-minute walk or less to the train station in Munich. I just jumped on like a little small, not small, it was pretty big actually, but it was a commuter train and it got a little full. And it's a 10-minute from Munich to the other station, and then it's a about €2 bus ticket to get from the train station to here, and that's only about another 8 minutes. This isn't nearly as congested or busy Auschwitz-Birkenau was. Now it might be, oh by the way, it's important to note, it might be because of the weather, it might be because some other things. Now when I was coming, as I went through my walk to Birkenau, Auschwitz and Birkenau, I walked through the town. I didn't do it this time. It was a little bit farther and it was raining, but I kind of imagined what it would have been like, you know, as the U.S. troops, because the U.S. troops liberated this one, Russian troops liberated Auschwitz-Birkenau. So I think there's a visitor center here I'm going to go into, but hold on. So there were some, I'm here at 9 o'clock, by the way, it opens up at 9, I just got here. But there were some things posted along the road in here that I didn't obviously get off the bus to read. But there's a couple more things posted. But this is the one that's portrayed in some movies when the U.S. troops are shocked when they walk in to see it. I'm going to go in a moment. I'm going to we'll get an audio guide. But I highly encourage anybody watching my video, go in my description box, and there's going to be a link to another YouTube video, historically based, with some really good dialogue and some pictures and stuff. But to get an overall picture of how this originated, what was going on during the war years, and what was immediately happening once it was liberated. So I highly encourage you, just go into the description box, click on that link, and get a better overall look of what I'm doing here today. But as I go through, of course, I'll do my videos, and that can already tell it's going to be a challenging day with this rain. I wanted to point something out. This whole map is what Dachau was with that dotted line. The only part that we're able to go into is this area here. A is where the prisoners were kept, and I believe one of the gas chambers and the crematorium. This other area, this other larger area, was used for the German SS, the guards, whatnot. But once it was liberated, the U.S. Army occupied that area, made it an army post for a while, changed hands a few times. The audio guide is very important. I would recommend getting that. It's $4.50 or €4.50, and it kind of describes it. But I thought that was important to note, that how much space is not going to be eligible to be seen, but that's the prisoner barracks, and the memorial site is there. Okay, where I'm standing now, besides a big huge puddle, thank goodness I have waterproof boots on. What I want to show you, zoom in on, you see where that number 11 is? 11? Okay, 11, see that house in the middle? That is to my right. Right there, that's the guardhouse. This is remnants of the train track and platform that the prisoners will be brought in on. So there's remnants of a platform there, and remnants of the train tracks. This side where the fence line that we cannot go is the SS side. That's all, you know, realigned for something else. But that's, if we're back in 1940s, that would be where the SS would be. The train would come down through that area, stop here. The prisoners would get off, they get marched through that gatehouse. We'll walk through it now. Okay, so I'm getting a bit reprieve inside the gatehouse. I'm going to point out a few things for you. All the concentration camps, well, I can't say all of them. The ones I've seen have this phrase. I can't pronounce it, but it basically says, "Work will set you free." That gate does open up. Here's the original picture. Here's a memorial to the U.S. troops that liberated it, a plaque memorial. And then here's another one. I'll take some pictures of these and put them on my Facebook so you can read them. I'm gonna take advantage of this shelter while I'm here just to show you some of the, without getting out in the rain. So those are some workshops. And there's the courtyard. There's another tower, apparently there were 7. Some of these towers were torn down and then reconstructed, but there's another tower. And then I'm gonna walk on this area and check out some of the barracks. And this is a photo of that area where I'm standing in now, the roll call area of the time. I was really debating on not coming out in this rain, but this was one of my must-dos, and you got to do it. I think I'm coming up to a wall of some of the prisoners. Now, I think this might have been the wall. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to guess. I think I might catch a break. There might be a building I can go into. Let's see here. Yes, let's do this. So I'm in this one structure that I think was a workhouse, a workshop or something. I'm glad to be dry. Outside it's dumping. But I'll show you around here a little bit. So Dachau starts as a political prisoner camp, anyone who opposed the Nazi party. But if you want to look further, look into this. I read a little bit about it. It's called The Night of Broken Glass. The Night of Broken Glass, November 9th, 1938. I'm going to go to a few of those sites when I go back to Munich, but that's when things just really got bad for the Jewish population here. So I just got done watching about a 40-minute video that I highly recommend. What you see in front of me is the memorial that was built. And there's an explanation on the other side of it. But in the center here, it's probably the most impressive part. It's depicting some of the inmates entangled up in the electrical barbed wire there. So still raining. Those are what would have been the living areas over there. Some are reconstructed through the tree line. They were in rows past those tree lines, but all you're going to see now are foundations because those are all gone. But they rebuilt those, I think, as an example. This is the original gate that was in the front. The one I walked through was a reproduction, but this is the original one. Once again, the sites I've been to says work will set you free. At the end of this first building is a memorial room from all different countries, all different people that were persecuted. I also found very interesting how they have a Pretty good sizable one representing Italy. After I left that exhibit hall, I did walk the grounds for a little bit. I didn't do much filming other than the walkthrough of the changing chamber, the gas chamber, then the crematorium. That was an earlier video. I just did it as a standalone. But just so you know, I left that one exhibit hall museum area. I walked the grounds for a little bit. All the other structures that were once barracks or the housing area, those are just basically outlined foundations. Towards the end of that, there were, I believe, 3 to 4 bigger memorials from the Jewish faith, Catholic faith, Protestant faith. And that was really about it, other than the crematorium. I just wanted to wrap this one up by saying, number one, the museum's free to get to. Transportation's on your own at that point. I do recommend for €4.50, €4.50, whatever, get the audio guide. It's right at the visitors center, right when you're walking up towards that gate entrance. There's also an optional, I think another for €4 or maybe €5. You can actually go with an accompanied guide that they provide. You show up and you pay, and they have them in different languages, and they start like around 11 o'clock. So right around 11, the place did get very crowded, very crowded. I had the place almost to myself for those first early hours. I do like the way I did it. I was able to, flow through the museum fairly well. I had the audio guide to help. And there's also a 10:15 movie, 38 minutes, that's in that main exhibit hall. The 10:15 movie is the first one offered in English, and it really does give you a great overlay of everything that you're going to see. I did see some things in that 38-minute film that I had not seen or heard of before, which was very informative, so I was glad I did that. To get there from Munich, many different ways. If you decide to pay for a guide, there are services that will pick you up. It runs between €40 and €70. They'll pick you up, they'll bring you there, and they'll walk you around if that's the way you want to go. Like I said earlier, I just got on the Eurail, and then I took the public bus system in. I was in and out. I ended up spending, I think, about longer than I thought. I got there right at 9, and I left at 2. And I did have lunch there, which was very good, actually, and very affordable. There's a little cafeteria by the visitors center. Once again, check the link below. I'll have a couple of additional links so you could dig deeper, look more thorough into what Dachau was all about, other than what I was able to show you here. All right, thanks for following along. I don't know if I'm going to have many more videos after this. I fly home in 2 days. Bye, everybody.